How's it going, you freaking awesome people? My name is Danny Servi, and today we are talking about a game that I'm extraordinarily excited for, Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, I know, I'm so pumped for it. Alright, I'm so excited. It comes out, well, the early access comes out October 6th on Steam, and it's the first act of the full release game. Is the early access. It's coming out at $60 full price. It's going to be the exact same price when it releases, full price everywhere else. But we're going to be talking about a couple different things. We're going to, one, do a reaction to the opening sequence. Two, we're going to be talking about the races and the classes and the subclasses and the subraces. We're not going to dive into any of the gameplay or much into the character customization, but we'll talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I'm extraordinarily excited. I hope you guys are too. We're going to be playing it live on stream starting on the 6th. I'm not sure what day that is exactly, but that's when we're going to be doing it. By the way, if you don't know, I stream over at Twitch. We do a lot of different RPGs, roguelikes, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you head over there, follow me. I'll have the link in the description below. We stream every single Monday through Friday. So make sure you stop in. And if you're as excited as I am about this, come in. Give the game some support. We're going to need it. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the intro video. Now I'm going to be trying to pause this as little as possible because we're going to be doing a lot of discussion about a lot of different stuff. But I'll pause it if I see anything that seems extraordinarily out of the ordinary that we should talk about. Pulling out leeches. Now, all my D&D people, you probably know the Baldur's Gate is 100% in the D&D world. The main enemy in this game is the Mind Flayer. If you know what that creature is that he's probably putting up to her ear or whatever it's going to do, please let me know what it is. Oh. Oh, please don't. Oh. Okay, it didn't eat her eye, just like went behind her eye. Ugh. Well, he's the Mind Flayer, so, you know, I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Little side story. When I was a little kid, there was a movie. I don't know what the movie was, but it was a movie where there was this old dude on a table and he was dead. And then some other people came up. They're like, we got to find out why he's dead. And they take a worm and they put it on his big toe, and the worm digs into this guy's big toe. And somehow that tells them why he was dead. I don't know. I was like 4, okay? Since then, I've had nightmares about worms digging into my loved one's body parts, eyes, toes, all that kind of stuff. So that just really like hit me really hard. But anyways, told you I wouldn't pause that much. I did not like that. I love the cinematic, but ooh, he's dead. Or sleeping. Sky Cthulhu. What would you do if you just saw that thing flying through the sky at you? I'd instantly start digging a hole in the ground. that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh. I think he's just disintegrating him. He's actually, like, sucking him in. Oh, that cinematic is so cool. Dragon Rider. Oh my goodness. Oh, he feels it. Okay. I think I personally would have rather have landed in the water than Grundle first on a dragon's back, but you know, that's just me. Oh, that's so freaking sweet. Oh my goodness. The cinematics are blowing me away. Woo, woo. So this thing is like a living ship, intertwined with him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love that. That looks so good. Oh, okay. So, a couple things. Yes, it is in the D&D universe, so it's D&D rules. You have D&D classes, you have D&D races, all their subclasses, subraces. So one thing that we do know from the get-go is a couple of the early access races and a couple of the early access classes. Now, we don't know if they're going to plan on adding more races, but I believe they confirmed they're adding more classes. So let's take a look at those. We got a beautiful screenshot of character creation, which, by the way, there is like full character creation. I wouldn't say full character creation videos, but there's videos out there that break down character creation. You definitely want to check those out if you're excited like I am. Now, here's my whole thing: is I don't watch any gameplay because I want to experience it all in the moment when the game comes out. So we're going to be experiencing it live on stream as a community. I don't really want to already know what's going to happen, aside from like some cinematics and that kind of stuff. But here we go. So we have human, elf, half-elf, drow, dwarf, halfling, tiefling, and a Githyanki, which I have no idea what a Githyanki is. I play D&D. I have played D&D, but I've never got super into it just because I never had a group to do it with. As far as subclasses, there is High Elf and Wood Elf for the elf. Half Elf has Wood Elf, Wood Half Elf, Drow Half Elf. Drow has Seldarine Drow and Lolth Sworn Drow. Dwarf has Gold Dwarf, Shield Dwarf, Lightfoot Halfling, Strong Heart Halfling, Asmodeus Tiefling, that word, Mephistopheles Tiefling, is a real Tiefling. And now I've read a couple different articles about the races, so I know there's a couple that aren't listed on here that I saw in some other articles, and there's some that's listed here that I didn't see on those same articles. So I'm not sure if this is more correct or if the other one's more correct. I believe there's also a third half elf that was available. But anyways, and as far as the classes go, we have Cleric, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Warlock, Wizard. For the Cleric, we have Life Domain, Light Domain, Trickery Domain. Fighter, we have Battle Master, Eldritch Knight. Ranger, we have Hunter, Beast Master. Ooh, yes, baby. Rogue, we have Arcane Trickster, Thief. Warlock, we have the Fiend and the Great One. And Wizard, we have a School of Evocation, School of Abjuration. So if you guys have played any of Larian Studios' other games, you would know that this is already basically guaranteed to be a masterpiece. Now, I don't like to always put so much faith into a company that's making a game, into a dev, but the fact is these are people who, it's a small team that's worked on all their games, and they've put out nothing short of masterpieces. We're talking Divinity Original Sin 1, which was light years ahead of its time, Divinity Original Sin 2, which is by far one of the best RPGs of all time, and now we have Baldur's Gate 3, and by the way, that's just naming a few. That's just my favorite ones of theirs. Now, I played Baldur's Gate growing up. I played 3 of them. I think there was 5 total before this one. Not all of them were tactical RPGs. This one is a tactical RPG, but there's a large amount of movement. There's a large amount of skills and classes, all that, or skills and abilities that you can get throughout the game. Now, like I said, I have not watched any of the character customization. I haven't watched any of the gameplay, but I have skimmed through different screenshots without paying too much attention to detail. One thing we do know about Baldur's Gate 3 is if you have played Divinity Original Sin 2, the character creation, customization, all that kind of stuff is very similar to that, but there's just a larger, much wider amount of customization options. So that's pretty amazing. But aside from that, we know with Divinity Original Sin 2, there's a lot of, you could do basically whatever you wanted. I don't know if they're going to take the same approach with this one, because in Dungeons and Dragons, you are more restricted than you are in a game like Divinity, with what you can and can't put, points into, what you can and can't do. And another big thing that we know from Dungeons and Dragons and from past Larian Studio games is the choices you make for character customization has a huge effect on how the world interacts with you. It doesn't just affect you fighting, and it has a huge effect on how people interact with you. So if you go with something like the Tiefling, any of the Tieflings, there's definitely going to be humans who probably dislike you. If you go with the half-elf, both elves and humans might dislike you, and halflings, so on and so forth. So you have to think a lot about not only your class, but you have to think about your race, and you also have to think about your background that you give them. There are options, just like in the Divinity Original Sin 2, there's options to play an origin character. So it's a pre-made character, has voice acting, has their own story set out. That's always fine and fun and dandy. I'm not the kind of person that likes that. I like to create my own character from the get-go. It's my story. Now, it is fun to go back and play as those characters, and they're always there as companions. But the fact is I just like to start my own character from the get-go. So, I'm not going to keep rambling. I could go on for a long time about Divinity. I could go on for a long time about Larian Studios. I could go on forever about how excited I am for Baldur's Gate 3, but I want to hear what you guys have to think. Watch some videos. If you're not like me, you don't like to get spoiled, or you don't mind getting spoiled on stuff, watch the gameplay. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes. It's the head developer of Larian Studios was doing a live gameplay demo. Go check that out. It probably is pretty awesome. So if you guys are as excited as I am about the game, make sure you stop into the stream Come hang out with us. You can even, I take input with character customization, all that kind of stuff. I like to play my games, not only just for my enjoyment, but for the entire stream's enjoyment. I like to get people involved. I like it when people chime in. Don't want backseat gamers, but I for sure want everybody's, opinion and all that kind of stuff brought in. So make sure you check us out. Danny Survey over at Twitch, Monday through Friday. We stream every single morning. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, like, leave a comment down below telling me what you thought. Please, I want to hear your opinions. If there's something else you want me to talk about, different video you want me to make, let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit that little bell of approval that lets you know when I upload new videos. Until I see you guys in another video or live stream, stay beautiful, stay wonderful, and stay awesome. Bye-bye.
Most beautiful, wonderful, awesome, and you're all beautiful, wonderful, and awesome. Kitty's even beautiful, wonderful, and awesome. It's true. You're like Dorothy. You're just like Dorothy, but you're a cat.
There was Elmo. You can do a bad Darth Vader. Hey Luke, sup dog? I'm your father. You want to be evil with me?